Hello everyone and welcome back to Avowed. In the last session we more or less finished exploring the city, including this upper area, which, I mean, we've been through this, but it's not on the main map for some reason. The main map is still like covered up, but it's not because we've explored it all, but it's in a separate map. So that's a thing. And we are now up here and we are questing. We are actually completing quests. The exploration parts are complete. We all can cheer as as mission completions resume. So we are searching for clues is what we're doing, searching around the estate. I don't know why I just assumed there wouldn't be anyone in here. That was an incorrect assumption, as it turns out. Oh well, guess we're doing this now. Okay. Hello. If you could come and shoot him, that'd be fantastic. Was someone shooting me from above? I could have sworn I'm getting arrow symbols from somewhere above, it looks like. Am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. It's possible. Never rule out the possibility. That didn't kill. Okay. It really looked like I was getting shot from above then. But I guess not. I guess we're good. Yeah, I don't know why I just fucking opened the door. In my head, it was like an abandoned place. I was like, there's no one in here, right? Just walking through the front. No issues with that? No, turns out people do in fact have an issue when you break into their house. So that is my bad, I guess. Yummy, yummy. We should probably eat, I suppose, but we won't drink a health potion because those are too good. We don't need a health potion. Fuck, I keep pressing right trigger to scroll through to the right. That is not it. It is just the D-pad. Right. 150 is way overkill. I mean, 70 is kind of overkill, but whatever. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. Oh boy, it's reading time. The Saints' War, Part 1, Overthrow. And it's a long reading time. Oh boy, okay. There is much debate with historians as to when the Saints' War really began. It is widely accepted that the event that instigated it was the sanctuary flight of Red Seren citizens to the Deerwood. This led to direct strife between the two nations that escalated into battle, the Saints' War. But it is the author's opinion that the war truly started many years before. After the miracle of the Verdant Volas, as it came to be known, Waidwen quickly gathered followers drawn to the stories of Eothas's miraculous prophet. His power grew. Eventually, Waidwen had gained enough support that he confronted the Imperial Governor. Assisted by a collection of knights, should that say? Assisted by a collection of knights and nobles who had been swayed to his cause, he marched on the capital city. The governor was allowed to live, but was forced to abdicate power and leave the colony. This was not from any understanding or easy acquiescence from the governor, but because of what happened when Waidwen entered the governor's palace. As Waidwen approached the governor, according to accounts, his body turned into something that was no longer human. His flesh became luminescent, and his head transformed into pure, blinding light. Other accounts suggest that Waidwen had become a being of light at an earlier time when he was whipped in the public square. The outcome of his visit to the palace, however, is uncontested. The governor, knowing there was no way he could oppose an avatar of Eothas, relinquished his power. The people then asked Waidwen to lead the colony. He accepted, earning him the name Divine King of Red Seren. Waidwen's rule was virtually uncontested. Initially, this was because everyone was awed that a god had chosen to manifest himself and lead his people. This changed as Waidwen began punishing the allies of the Old Empire and the poison on the world, what he considered corrupt churches or church leaders of Eothas. Scrutiny escalated, and soon worshippers of Eothas were also being punished for mere perceptions of heresy. Members of other religions were also added to the list of the persecuted for following different faiths. This caused large segments of the population to flee Red Seren for the Deerwood, begging for sanctuary. This caused strife between the two nations. The people of the Deerwood knew that they could not sustain explosive population growth if Waidwen's rule were to continue unchecked. They also feared that his eye would turn from Red Ceres and land on them next if nothing was done. This was exactly what ultimately happened. An open war broke out as Waidwen moved to spread his dominion into the lands of Deerwood. Part 2, Invasion. Waidwen personally led many of the battles during the war, exhibiting extraordinary supernatural powers. He seemed virtually untouchable on the battlefield, able to burn or even disintegrate his enemies with beams of blinding white light. With a god on his side, and possibly, as some said, inhabiting him, he was thought to be indestructible. It appeared that he may have been until the Battle of Halgot's Citadel. The people of the Deerwood knew they would lose the war if they could not at least slow Waidwen down. Engineers, priests of Magran, and a few others working in secret, some say with Magran's direct help, developed a weapon they hoped would be able to stop a god. 12 feet in diameter and filled with a variety of chemical and magical explosives, the bomb was rolled under Evan-Dewar Bridge. Part of the foundation was excavated in order to allow them to embed the bomb in the bridge itself, ensuring its total concealment. 12 Deerwooden men and women volunteered to stage an ambush at the bridge to keep ambush at the bridge to keep Waidwen on it until the bomb could be detonated. The battle was short, bloody, and ultimately final. The Dozen, as they came to be known, were able to delay Waidwen on the bridge. The bomb detonated, killing Waidwen, the 4 Deerwooden volunteers still alive at the time, and over 50 Red Seren soldiers marching on the front line with Waidwen. Damn, so the people, that was a suicide play for the people against Waidwen that were going out there knowing that even if we survive the actual fight, we're then going to literally just get bombed. So, rip, I guess. It's crazy that people can do that. I don't even... I cannot even imagine, like, being in a position where I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll just, like, die for my cause. Like, I don't know. Like, there's causes I believe in, absolutely, but causes I would happily die for? I don't know about that. I quite like being alive. So, well done for those guys, I guess. It was at that moment the Saints' War ended. The remaining Red Seren forces were easy to rout, even though they had more than enough men and equipment to finish the siege. Their leader, previously thought invincible, had just vanished in a rain of metal and stone. Panic set in, and the Deerwooden troops sent them away with ease. From that point on, the bomb was known by the name Godhammer, and it even worked its way into everyday conversation. As short as Godhammer ended the Saints' War, came to be a standard phrase to express unequivocal certainty. Less certain is the fate of Aethas, who has not spoken to his followers since the explosion of the bomb and is presumed by most to be dead. Lest some concerned citizens express their worry or other more industrious think they could reproduce the result, the author would put the thoughts from your head. Since that time, there has never been another documented explosion of such magnitude, and efforts to locate the engineers and clergy responsible for the bomb have been entirely fruitless. Godhammer was a unique, fortuitous occurrence. Its like will never be seen again without divine intervention. That's weird that efforts to locate the, where was it? Efforts to locate the engineers and clergy responsible have been entirely fruitless. Weren't they just the people that lived there? That seems strange to me. I would have thought that would be easy to locate the people that made that. Can't do anything out here, can we? We can climb up here. Does that take me anywhere? That takes me over to the bell tower, which has stuff. We love stuff. Yum, yum, yum. Stuff. I was hoping it would make a clanging sound. Clang. It was not to be.
If there's anything worth finding, it'll be in here.
I found it. It's the sausage. That's the thing. That's what's worth finding. It's the fucking fireplace, guys. It's the fireplace from the window. We found it. Oh. Glanfathom Customs. Glanfathom Customs can seem primitive and unsophisticated to some, but all customs begin with a ritual or superstition, so why should theirs be considered less than any other? If they are examined closely, Glanfathom celebrations stem from a deep and rich culture and all tie into their history in a significant way. The Festival of the Ancients. The Festival of the Ancients takes place during spring dawn and is a time to celebrate the Glanfathons settling in Glanfath. It is a simple 3-day ceremony that is mostly centered on feasts. These feasts are set up around the ruins scattered through Glanfath. Wreaths made from tree branches and flowers are placed at the ruins and prayers are said to the gods, thanking them for health and prosperity. The cleansing started as a protest, recreating the hardships wrought upon the Glanfathans by the Aderan colonists when they started settling the Deerwood. It has morphed over the years and is now used more as a game mixed with a teaching tool to inform your Glanfathans about the history of their people. The cleansing takes place on New Year and Mid-Year and now acts as a metaphor for real events instead of a recreation of the events themselves. Zorip effigies are placed throughout the forest, hollow clay shells filled with sweets and gifts. The children then search the woods for the effigies and destroy them, cleansing the forest so the Glanfathans... There's been some spelling errors in these today. So the Glanfathans can move in and occupy the areas. After the area has been cleared, they gather for celebration and feast where the elders tell the young members of the true story of their people's history. Holiday of the Black Tree. The combination of a day of remembrance and celebratory feast. The Holiday of the Black Tree is held on the second day of autumn falling, when the trees are still colourful but losing their leaves and the land is becoming cold and dark. Glanfathans use the day to tell the story of the War of the Black Trees and remember those who were lost. During the morning, the adults hang elaborate garlands from the tree branches. The garlands are made from red, orange and yellow flowers and represent the flames that swept through the forests of Air Glanfath, destroying everything in their paths. After a morning of fasting and reflection, the children are set to run through the trees, tearing down the garlands and bring them back to the feast, decorating the tables with wildflowers, turning the horror of war into something beautiful. Then they eat, cheering the peace they now have with the Deerwooden people, and toast to many more years of peace to come. Also of note in Glanfathan culture is their abundance of travelling customs. Being a semi-nomadic people, they practice customs to ensure their safety while on the move. Travelling customs. If you are taking a quick trip, purchase a gift for someone you are visiting and leave it at your home. If something important is left undone, such as giving a gift to a loved one, you will always return to finish the task. If you are taking a longer trip, leave remembrances of your trip no matter how well you know the road. Drop some pebbles along the way or tie ribbon to the tree branches. Mark your path away and you'll always have a safe and easy trip back. Evil spirits and dangerous creatures are everywhere in our world. If you decorate your cart with masks, they will scare away any danger that might otherwise approach. But you must decorate your cart anew every trim, or the evil won't be fooled by your ruse. Is that supposed to say every time? Every trim? I don't know. Okay. Claviger's Journal secret page. Hang on, is there a Claviger's Journal, like, regular before we read secret? Out of curiosity, because I didn't realize that this was going to lead all the way around, but if we'd gone up the stairs here, oh my god, that's a sudden jolt of an animation. If we just gone upstairs here, how far do we get? So is this is the locked door that we were just on the other side of, and then what's this? Claviger's Journal second entry. Okay, there's got to be a first, right? Am I missing the first somewhere? It feels like it's leading us through, so that if the second one's there and then the secret one's in the room, then where's the first one? Did I check in here? I don't think I checked in here, did I? We're back to reading everything. In the last session, there was that one room with like 50 things to read, and near the end, I was just like, you know what, I can't do this. We're reading about fucking fungus and shit, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm good. And I decided not to read it.
I got drunk and lost back here looking for the chamber pot. Aiming through the best parties.
And then I finished that recording session, and then looked at the comments, and had a really nice comment thanking me for always reading everything. And that was just after I just finished recording the one where I didn't read everything, and I was like, oh, now I feel bad that I didn't read everything in this one. So we're back to recording everything. It's happening again. Recording everything? Reading everything. We are back, reading all of the things, because I'm glad that is nice for some people. They are like, I'm glad that he reads everything. So, my bad for skipping. I mean, you probably didn't actually care about fucking fungus stuff, really, but yeah, I read the important stuff, and I will continue to read basically everything. Where is this first fucking page? Am I blind? Am I just not seeing it, or is there no first page to find? Or did I already read it and I'm just forgetting? Because that is possible. No, it's Glanfatham Customs and then Saints War Part 1 and 2, but there is no Claviger's Journal Part 1. Bummer. I really hope I'm not being blind. I really hope I'm not being blind. It feels weird that there'd be a part 2 without a part 1, but... it's not that many places to look. Okay, whatever. Let's read part 2 then. Fuck. Nailed it. Ambassador Hilgard promises that all he wants is diplomatic relationship with the Living Lands, but Inquisitor Lurdwin, she wants a gallows, public executions, and secret interrogations. I don't know what to make of our new guests. Some days I feel like a stranger in my own city.
I'm starting to see why Eamon was going grey all of a sudden.
Indeed. And then we won't lockpick this because it takes fucking 3 lockpicks, or we could just use the key that is literally given to us for free by just simply going the other way. So, let's go ahead and do that. Yoink. Yoink. It's a kind of magic.
Cozy.
Very cozy. Naturally, you keep your cash by the bath. Everyone does that. Okay, there's the 3rd entry. Where the fucking fuckity shit is the 1st entry, man? I feel like I must have been blind and just not seen it. Because why would there be entry 2, 3, and secret, but no entry 1? Oh, do I do another look? There's just there can't be. I've been thorough. There is nothing else to see. Right. One more look, because I feel like it has to be here. I feel like there must be a 1st entry, but there really isn't. It's not on this shelf. Not hidden on the top of this shelf. No. Okay, I give up. There's no 1st entry. It's a myth. It's a myth. 2nd entry. 3rd entry, rather. According to Hilgard, it's in our best interests to force the Animancers out of Paradise. Soul science offends the gods, and so forth. He promises security, stability, and law in exchange for this boon. When I visited the Animancers, I found them already packing equipment into wagons bound for Fior Mess Iverno. I wonder what they know that I don't, these noble rats who flee a sinking ship. Else here, and then we have... oh, there's also a key by the looks of it. Is that a key to something that we need? Secret page. Apparently there's a growing rebellion in Paradise. My own people defy the adherents. They rally from the shadows and sharpen their blades in the name of independence. Good. I taught them well. Ha 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 ha. I can't openly support them, but I have my ways. Down a chain of clerks and agents, I've passed a key to our cistern. The door is in the Temple of Ondra, a fitting sanctuary. May they use this hideout to their advantage. I will hold on to the spare. A time may come when I have to warn the resistance or join them myself. Okay, so the Temple of Ondra, as you can see in the list on the left-hand side, investigate the area around the Temple of Ondra is one of our objectives, so we could have done that first. But by coming here first, we have found a key to the secret place,
well,
so that's cool.
There you have it.
So, Claviger Eamon not only knew about the rebels, he also gave them access to a hideout in the cistern.
You knew the Claviger. Did you have any idea about this?
None. I knew he was protective of Paradise, but I never would have dreamed he'd get in bed with organized rebels. Look, everyone who settles in the Living Lands comes from somewhere, but until recently, those settlers have been people, not nations. But when Adir built an embassy and filled it with dignitaries and troops, some started to worry that your laws and governors would follow.
Right, all of that. Don't forget why we're here. You hired me to hunt the rebels down, and now we know where they are. A cistern beneath the Temple of Ondra. Good place for a hidden base. It's just below the city, where the people and patrols will never look.
Something tells me these rebels won't go quietly.
Maybe we should bring reinforcements. I bet Hilgard would be happy to spare some of his guards, if we ask nicely.
Oh yeah?
They'd only slow us down. Besides, any fighting we do in the cistern will be close quarters.
On to the Temple of
Which is why we're so glad to bring
It's
you
east
and
of
your
here,
ranged
just
weapon,
across the canal,
the
and
bow.
the plaza with the big statue.
Not that I can talk with my fucking
Afternoon.
magic, but still. Hang on, lads, we've got a whole floor we haven't explored yet. I hear a shiny. I hear a oh, I hear a big fat fucking shiny. Jesus Christ. Ooh, hello. White key cameo unique amulet. Sure. What, pray tell, is that? Restore 50% of your health when reviving a companion. Okay. So, it is a benefit for sucking. Unfortunate, because, you know, hopefully you don't want your companions to be going down. Oh, hey, I just realized you can zoom. Ah, that's cool. Anything behind it? No. Yoink. Oh, hello. Final entry. There is a foulness in the wind blowing past the strangle route. Hilgard wants to assemble a small party to investigate. I have no particular reason to doubt his motives, though it is strange how many of our party will be Adherans. Huh. Because we did briefly... I'd forgotten this, actually, but we did briefly mention that maybe he was killed, right? I think I'm thinking of the right... Because this is the guy that died, right? And they were saying the bear got him. But what if the bear didn't get him? That is a little bit sussy. That is a little bit on the sussy side. I am throwing sus upon them. What about you guys? Do you think that is sus? He's like, there's so many adherents in this party, and then he dies. We already explored there, right? Yeah.
What sweaty Adherent beast used my chair? Feels like they fucked up my poor table, too. Damn rebels.
I wish they'd stop going after me.
God,
So true.
What a mess.
Okay, well, I guess we're doing this here and now, huh?
Do not come to me.
Wouldn't think assassins would be hiding out in a temple, but what do I know?
I mean,
Welcome to the
we know
temple.
what's happening here. Hello.
Hail and well met. The Temple of Andra is open to all. Oh, you must be the Adheran envoy. How wonderful to meet a godlike in our holy sanctum. I take it you're here on official business.
You don't seem like an assassin. Know anything about rebels here?
Only rumors, of course. People say they're outlaws blending in with honest citizens. Killers and cut purses of the lowest sort. But why ask me about the... Wait, you're not implying that I'm involved with that lot, are you?
Court auger. Steeple your fingers and smile. Love that. Well, actually, okay, this is interesting because this is only here because we did the other place first, but we don't know that he gave it to her specifically, right? Court auger, though.
You would bring politics into a house of divine worship? To think the Empire would fall to such depths. This has exhausted my patience.
Damn, your patience got exhausted after 10 seconds.
Interrogation.
Ooh, okay, okay. So what we'd have to spend one. That's like a lot of money, like at this point in the game at least. You'd have to do this to make us start talking if you didn't go the other place first. Just asking questions.
What you're doing is interrupting my prayers. Now I'm afraid the temple is closed to you.
Oh, what? I
Envoy.
don't get to ask more?
I trust you can see yourself out.
Okay, no, I thought she was actually kicking us out of the conversation. We can still say this. I wanted to say that last, though, so... You care about Paradise, so do I. Let me help.
Not to be rude, but Adirans only care about law and discipline when they can impose it on others.
Well, at least she wasn't rude.
Why would anyone from Paradise trust the word of an Adiran, much less an envoy?
Ask Guiliana? I'm keeping her in business? Is this... That was the lady in the Sparrowhawk area, right?
That was you?
That's cool.
Alright.
Oh my
If you're
god,
willing
that's
to
really
listen,
cool. Okay,
then
I
I'm
don't
willing
have
to
to tell her
talk.
that we know about the
Nice
system
work,
then.
Envoy.
Yes, I'm with the Resistance.
Oh, that's
We
really
have a
neat.
responsibility to defy your empire, to protect our way of life. For some of us, that means hiding in plain sight, passing messages between contacts, playing a role. For others, it's kill or be killed.
That is really neat that a random side thing that I found and talked to someone and helped her out with gets me access here. Even though obviously I could have done the key option, but it's better. I prefer like talking my way through things. So, I mean that would still have been talking, but they would have come at it with a nasty slant, like I already know this bitch kind of thing. Whereas this is like she's like saying, "Oh, I like you actually. Here's the info." So I like that. I like that that's a reactive thing like that. That's cool. I could be sympathetic to your cause if I knew more about it.
Ask me anything you like, but be warned, you aren't ready for the answers.
Okay. Which one of your people killed me?
Eagwolf, a powerful man, but not in the way Adir understands power. When he knocks an arrow, the gods hold their breath. If you think you can reason with him, don't bother. You have nothing he wants.
I have the ability to let him live. I think he probably wants that. What does the Resistance want?
To be left alone. Paradise was fine without Adir. Your empire inserted itself where there was no need. You've impoverished us, turned my brothers and sisters into beggars, squatting outside our own city walls.
Why target me? Well, obviously because we're the figurehead. I mean, that's fucking silly
None
question,
of them
but
are the Emperor's plaything.
yeah.
You must be special, and not in a good way. I have nothing more to say to you. If you're so eager to die again, the one you want is downstairs in the cistern. No doubt sharpening his blade. The door is on the wall to your left.
Lovely. Why not work for the Empire? We're short on spies, and I can get you a pardon. Or, if you're so smart, you'll turn yourself into the authorities. Let's do court order.
Work for you? What an outrageous idea. Wait, did you say a full pardon? All past deeds forgiven.
Tempting.
Sure, hire the local rebel to spy for Adir. Can't foresee anything bad coming from that.
Either way, you found us. So maybe it is better to be a traitor than a corpse. This is madness. You have no reason to trust me.
Give us a chance to convince you that our cause is righteous. Would you rather be prisoner or informant? Fair point, thanks for the reminder. Kill her. I mean, it's not like I believe our cause is right. How hard am I role-playing this? Because obviously, like, the Empire is always the bad guy, right? I don't believe that the Empire is, like, the good guy here coming in and fucking the place up and hurting people and shit. However, my character is a court augur in the Empire, so what am I actually... I've not really thought about what I want to do roleplay-wise. Am I trying to say that our cause is righteous and I'm actually for the Empire in this character's version of events, or am I going to be, like, against that? I don't know. Good, I never trust a spy.
You are full of surprises, Envoy. I was wrong to underestimate you. You're as deceitful as they say. But I'll take the job.
Okay, cool.
Take the door into the cistern. Your killer awaits you.
The sea and her love. Traditional Undrite hymn. The sea beheld her love shining bright from on high. She bade him come down from his palace in the sky. Her love could not be swayed, so she took a peace into her heart. And all who saw her grief that day sleep in her bosom still. Wow, what an incredible rhyme to end off that poem. I know it's the wall in there, right? But I just wanted to see... Okay, yeah, this, like...
Do not be afraid to play with
Yeah, okay. I was just wondering if you could see any, like, pipes or anything that make it look like a cistern around the side. Well, not really. Did I ever actually go in here?
Hail,
I can't remember if I ever actually...
you're back.
I guess I did. Because she says you're back, so I must have spoken to her. Not gonna lie, don't remember. Yeah, no, I did. Okay. Right, well... Oh, I missed this. Transcript of a sermon. Ondra Ngati, Lady of Lament, Mother. When you called so many godlike back to their divine source, many were spared, passed over. What say you to those of us who remain? Are we to carry out some great deed in your honor? Are we to live our lives as mere mortals, deprived of your love? Or are we to await the day when we too are called home? When I stood at the pinnacle of Ukaizo, I felt closer to the gods than ever before. Now they could not feel more distant. Techie Who, Master Water Shaper. Oh, wait, she's vanished. Should I have walked... If I hadn't walked out, then she wouldn't have been able to vanish. I wonder if she's gone to tell them that I'm coming. Where did she go? Alright. Into the cistern.